What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Tuesday, October 22nd. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Kyle Lowry from the Toronto Raptors playing the New Orleans Pelicans, who have the second worst defense overall and gave up the second most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Kyle Lowry averaged 37.3 fantasy points per game last year. He played an average of 34 minutes per game, and he had a 20% usage rate. He's going to be about 70% owned. So there's a lot of people on this play. Projected at 35.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.2 times value. He's 6,800 DraftKings salary and 800 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 231.5 points scored in this game. So this is a high-scoring game, a nice matchup, fast-paced game, and it's a home game. So I like Kyle Lowry here versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, who do we have at the shooting guard position? I like Jrue Holiday from the New Orleans Pelicans playing the Toronto Raptors, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing shooting guards. Jrue Holiday averaged 43.6 fantasy points per game last year. He played an average of 36 minutes per game and had a 26% usage rate. He's only going to be about 25% owned. So that's low ownership for a stud on a 2-game slate. He's projected at 39.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's 7,900 DraftKings salary and 800 more on FanDuel. We get the high total in this game. The Pelicans are without Zion Williamson, so there's going to be more usage spread around the court. And I think Jrue Holiday soaks up quite a bit of that, especially at the low ownership. So I like Jrue Holiday here versus the Toronto Raptors. Okay guys, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that red subscribe button. We put out new fantasy basketball videos every single day. So if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification, you won't miss out on any of our new fantasy basketball and fantasy football videos. Tons of free stuff coming your way. It only takes a second, and it helps us push out more fantasy content for you guys to consume each and every day. It's because of you subscribers that make this possible. So thank you for supporting this channel. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. I like Brandon Ingram from the New Orleans Pelicans playing the Toronto Raptors. This is another guy that I think is going to benefit from the absence of Zion Williamson. Brandon Ingram averaged 30.5 fantasy points per game last year. He played an average of 34 minutes per game and had a 23% usage rate. He's only going to be 19% owned. He's projected at 30.1 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.2 times value. He's 5,800 DraftKings salary and 500 more on FanDuel. So this is a guy that you can come down to if you need to save some salary in your lineup. Of course, I like LeBron James and I like Kawhi Leonard. Those guys are obvious plays. This is a low salary pivot that I think is going to perform well tonight, and he's relatively low owned. So I like Brandon Ingram here versus the Toronto Raptors. Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the power forward position? I like Pascal Siakam from the Toronto Raptors playing the New Orleans Pelicans, who have the second worst defense overall and gave up the 8th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards last year. Pascal Siakam averaged 33.2 fantasy points per game last year, played an average of 32 minutes per game, and had a 21% usage rate. He's going to be about 61% owned. He's only $7,600 DraftKings salary, projected at 40.1 fantasy points. That's 5.3 times value. This guy's got monster upside. He had a lot of big games last year. He was a consistent producer, very rarely let you down. This is a fast-paced game against the New Orleans team that's a little thin up front. So I think Pascal Siakam can take advantage of that. I think he has a big game tonight. So I like Pascal Siakam here versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay, moving on to the center position. If you need to save some salary, I like JaVale McGee from the LA Lakers playing the LA Clippers, who had the 5th worst defense overall last year and gave up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing centers. JaVale McGee averaged 27.2 fantasy points per game last year. He played an average of 22 minutes per game with a 20% usage rate. He was really good last year. He's only going to be about 4% owned, and he's projected at 26.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.6 times value. He's only $4,800 DraftKings salary and $800 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 223.5 points in this game. The Vegas point totals don't matter so much. There's only 2 games on this slate tonight. But I like this matchup, so I like JaVale McGee here versus the LA Clippers. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.